Welcome to Pastor's Chat today. Well, over the years, I have found that more people have come to me saying, could we have a study on the book of Revelation? Probably no more interest in any book in the Bible than there has been, especially in these days, on the book of Revelation than there is on the book of Revelation, the last book of the Bible. And that's where we're at, and that's what we'll be studying for the next few weeks or probably a few months. And then I'll fulfill my promise of teaching through the whole Bible from Genesis to Revelation. Now, when you look at the book of Revelation, I think it is so important that you understand where you're coming from and why certain preachers have certain views and certain groups have certain understandings and interpretations of the book than others. And I know there's various ideas and views as you approach the book, as there are many probably denominations and preachers and teachers, and there's probably a lot of people that would disagree with a lot of the things that I would say. So I'm not doing these studies to push my point of view or to be dogmatic about it, but honestly, as I've studied Scripture over the last 50 years as a believer, the understanding that I have seems to be confirmed more and more in the context of Genesis to Revelation than it ever has. And I do know there are so many views. And I know the Bible only has one interpretation, and it has many applications. And so we can make all kinds of applications from any passage in the Bible, and especially in the book of Revelation. But basically, I believe we are to take the Bible literally. It means what it says. It says what it means. When Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life, no man comes to the Father but by me, that's what it means. He is the only way. There is no other way. And I don't believe I have to spiritualize it. So there are some people that approach the book of Revelation from a spiritualist point of view. They spiritualize all the events. They basically say there's not a literal millennium. Now, I wanted to make it clear from the onset of these studies, I am premillennial. Now, the word millennial means 1,000. Premillennial is actually what we believe when in the book of Revelation, when Satan is bound for 1,000 years and Jesus Christ himself comes and sits on the throne of David and rules for 1,000 years. That is a literal 1,000 years. And at the end of that 1,000 years, Satan's released. And so I'm premillennial because I believe before the millennial takes place, there will be a tribulation. Now, I'm a pre-tribulationist. I believe there will be a 7-year period, literally 365 days a year, 7 years of tribulation, divided into two parts, 3.5 the first years, and then Jesus says the last 3.5 years will be the time or period of the great tribulation, the pouring out of God's wrath on the earth. Now, I am pre-tribulation, which means I believe there will be a rapture, a catching up of the church before the tribulation starts. And I believe that the tribulation can't start until after the Antichrist is revealed, and he is revealed when he makes a peace treaty with Israel. That goes back to Daniel 9 and 10 and some other passages of Scripture. And so I'm premillennial, I'm pre-tribulational, I'm believing in a rapture. I believe today we live in the church age. Now remember, I said that the covenants of God are so important. God made promises, and I believe those promises are to be literally fulfilled to his seed, to the seed of Abraham, to Isaac and Jacob. The promises God made through Moses concerning nation of Israel. The promises he made to David about his seed sitting upon the throne. So I am pre-tribulational, and I believe the rapture is a literal catching up of the church, and it will take place before the tribulation starts. So just to give you an overview of where I come from, there are others that disagree with this and have a different viewpoint, and that's fine. And God bless you if you agree with them. I'm here just to teach what I know and believe in my heart to be the truth and the approach we should take to the book of Revelation. And I trust you'll be blessed through it. So again, remember, blessed is he who reads and those who hear the words of this prophecy and keep those things which are written in it, for the time is near. I'm telling you, Jesus is coming again, and we will talk about that in our next session. God bless you, and you have a wonderful, wonderful day.